Hey YouTube, what's up? Mike's Nice here with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Youth 21 question thing by G Hopper. So I'm bored and I decided to do it. Seemed kind of fun, so yeah. So what's my name? My name is Michael. How old are you? I'm 13. Uh, which? Oh no. Where are you from? I'm from Potomac, Maryland. What card shop do you play at? I play at Dream Wizards. At Rockville, and sometimes a CNC card shop. Um, Dreams is more competitive than the CNC, so if you want a more competitive place, then go there. Um, when did you start playing Yu-Gi-Oh? I started at the beginning, actually. I was going to the pool, and I went to stopped at 7-Eleven, and there was the Yu-Gi structure deck with the Dark Magician. And I went there, and I got it, and then ever since, it's like hooked. How long have you been playing Yu-Gi-Oh? Since the beginning? Oh, yeah, I already answered that. Wow. Uh, who first introduced you to Yu-Gi-Oh? Myself, I guess, because I just went in there and saw this thing, and I was just like, oh, I have to get that. And then, what was my very first deck? Probably a random deck. I used to play like 40-ish, or no, 80 cards. I don't know, not a set amount. And you'd have fusions in your deck like Black Skull Dragon, and then to have them, you have to have like this in your hand, a poly and stuff like that. And I used to play where you pretty much stack your deck and put the stuff on top, and like both players would do it, and then so first turn you'd always like bring out a Black Skull Dragon, stuff like that. My first competitive deck was probably a Warrior deck, back in Teledad format. It actually used to beat Teledad a lot, and what's it called? And Lightsworn. What was the first holo you've ever pulled out of a pack? Actually, I have no idea. I didn't pull out of a pack, but obviously Dark Magician because that was the first thing I ever got. Are you part of a Yu-Gi-Oh team? No. People ask me to be a part of their team a lot, but I don't know. Like, there's some people in the team like I don't know. Like a guy in my local Jerome asked me to be part of his team, but like then he told me that so Roy St. Clair lives in my area, and he said that Roy was part of his team, and I actually said no because I I don't like Roy. Um, just I just don't like him. There's a few stories I'm not gonna get into right now, but I just don't like Roy. So yeah. Um, do you have any Yu-Gi-Oh credentials? I top 4 the Dragon Duels in Chantilly. I won the Rockville Regionals, the last one, and then I topped another one. Um, I sell cards, trade cards, buy cards, and yes, I play for cards a lot. So I remember my very first duel. My very first duel was against my neighbor, I think. Like I said, we both used to play the decks during cards, but you wouldn't play with life points or something. The first person to deck out won. Actually, no. So yeah, I'm 13, so I started playing when I was like 4 actually. So actually the first duel sort of type thing I used to do was there was about this. So me, my brother and sister, I mean my dad and sister used to play spells beat trap. It's like war where we'd each split up the deck, and then war like top card. And then monster beats spell beat traps, and trap beat monster. So like it was pretty much war, and you just play like that. So yeah. Um, what was my favorite slash signature card? That's definitely Caius. I played Caius in so many decks. I played it in my I played Monarchs for a while, like Monarchs back in the day with like spies and stuff like that. Jujus and stuff like back in that format. Um, I played it in my zombie decks. I played like zombies many times. That's why my other favorite card is probably Mizuki. Mizuki's just because I played zombie so many times. So Caius, I played him in my Smorg deck If you guys know, it's one of my older decks on YouTube. I played him in my debris decks, in Frog Monarchs, which I played for a whole format. So yeah, Kai is definitely my favorite card. My signature deck, zombies. Whenever this zombies are good, I play them. That's why I really want them to put like Plague at 2 or Mizuki at like 2 again, or something to just give zombies an edge again, or like come out with a new zombie card that would make them really good. My signature format. I don't actually have one. My signature format. Uh, I guess no. I don't know. I don't have a signature format. I guess. Because there's no format. I mean, all the formats are pretty good actually. Like, a lot of people complain about formats, but honestly, I don't think a format's good or bad. I just play it, you know. Um, my most memorable moment of Yu-Gi-Oh history was probably, so there's a scenario. I poked with a penguin soldier. So the guy has 50 life points. Um, this is Teledad format. This was like my warriors type deck. I played a penguin soldier. He goes, drops a magical android, and then I like do something to stop it, and he stall him. So he's at 25 life points. He runs over my penguin soldier. Then obviously, so now and then end phase he gains 6, so he's at 625. My turn. I draw. Set another penguin soldier. Set a magic cylinder, and then I pass. He doesn't attack because he knows I saw cylinder. This is game 3, I think. So my turn. I draw. Flip penguin soldier. Bounce his android and attack. And then attack next, and I set another back row. Since he gained the 600 twice, so now he's at something 75. His turn. He goes, summons stars or something with Mally and Telly. Swings in my penguin soldier. I book my penguin soldier, and then bounce his monsters. Then my turn, so I'm Rotting Captain, attack for me. So that was a really fun thing. What type of play style do I have? My play style is definitely revolving around the graveyard. That's why I play debris plants, and that's why I think they're fun, and that's why I love zombies. And I played Frog Monarchs with Substoad because Rodent Toad and Treeborns kept coming back, and they were really fun. Pretty much any deck that revolves around the grave I think is really fun. That's why I like this kind of decks, because I like getting free plus out of nowhere, like Mizuki's +1 coming out of nowhere, and you just keep getting random pluses out of the graveyard, like Debris Dragon, bring up something, Synchro, just getting tons of random plus, and you could just have one card in hand, your opponent has like 3 cards in hand, but you have the grave advantage, so you win the duel. Why do I play Yu-Gi-Oh? I don't know, it makes money, it's fun, it's something to do when you're bored. And if you could describe yourself in one word in terms of Yu-Gi-Oh player, what would it be? Helpful. Because I help, whenever there's someone, like, at my local or something who needs help with their deck, or, I play someone after to ask to help me with their deck, I always help them, and, give them suggestions and stuff, and, like, that sort of stuff. What advice do you have to pass on to younger generations to future great card game of Yu-Gi-Oh? I'd tell them, I don't know. I don't know what they really want to hear, but I tell them that make good reads, I guess. Like if your opponent seems kind of worried, like look into your opponent's, and then just like see they're worried. Like just it shows that their backers are sort of bluff. So yeah, and also my other advice would probably play decks revolve around the graveyard because they're the most fun, and don't play like autopilot decks because they're really boring. And the game's mostly about fun, unless you're like a pro player who makes their money off Yu-Gi-Oh, which is kind of weird. But you're in it to have fun. So play decks that are fun, not just amazing, like Lights ones back in the day, or decks like that. They were just autopilot decks that were boring, and but you won a lot with them. That's why I think about gravekeepers and stuff. So that's my 21 questions. My tag thingies or whatever. It's 5 people are probably gonna be Super Yoshi 109, Team Blitzkrieg, Trifling Dork, or Trifling Dork, uh, I don't know, Trifling Dork, I forget their names, wow, I feel dumb, but, I guess I'll just have them in the links down below, so just check the links if you're one of the people, cause I can't remember one right now, but, yeah, so, thanks for watching. If you guys want to make these videos, then just, comment on Chiopper's video, I guess. I'll put a link to that in the description also. He's the one who started this. Shout out to him. Really good idea, really fun. So yeah, thanks and peace.